Speaking of marathons, and speaking of Paris, Eliud Kipchoge is going to run a 5K on the Champs Élysées on October 31st. He's going up against 2,000 competitors, Gordon, but these competitors will not be Kennedy Sibikele and his normal marathon compatriots. No, he's running against a group of average runners who will have a head start. I don't know how big of a head start it is. I think it's staggered based on your entry time and your ability. And the catch here, if you can hold him off, Gordon, if you can beat him, you will gain entry into the Paris 2024 mass race, which just found out about that recently. Paris is like, you know what? Staging an Olympics, not difficult enough. Not enough of a logistical headache. What we're going to do is after the regular marathon in 2024, we're going to host a mass race so people can run the same course that the runners just ran. So if you hold off Kipchoge and you beat him, air quotes, beat him, I'd call it a win because it's Kipchoge, then you gain entry into this Paris 2024 marathon, which I'm guessing is going to be an extremely coveted race.
So my first question is, how do you get? We know how you get entry into the Paris mass race. How do you get
Yeah.
entry into this race? Because it says 2,000 runners. How do they select those
Yeah.
2,000 runners?
You got to click. You got to click the link and figure. I saw that was an application process there. Here's what I think they should do because they're only limiting it to 2,000 and they're going to stagger the starts, right? I think they should do a lot of research on these 2,000 people and actually figure out. No, because I want a straightaway situation where it's Kipchoge trying to run down like literally 2,000 people. So I don't want anybody lying about their time and saying, "Oh, I'm a 20-minute 5K runner," and then you get out there and you run 18:30 and you beat Kipchoge. Not that Kipchoge needs any help, but I want them to dig into these people's Strava profiles. I want them to look at their recent race results. I want them to come up with the best algorithm possible so that way this thing is just a sea of people on the Champs Élysées, and Kipchoge's gotta catch them all in that last stretch.
I see Travis is going through the application process. It's all in
Yep,
French. So
that's the first
if you
step.
don't know
You got to speak
French, it's the
French.
first step. Speak French, and then you'll be able to get into the entry. Here's what I'm thinking. Before we talk about what first, all right, first question: how fast do you think Kipchoge will run a 5K in on the road, chasing people?
Well, uh, it depends. Is he going to be? I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like not the type of guy who wants to crush your dreams. His saying is "No human is limited," but he's about to boot these people out of the Paris 2024 mass race. I mean, he could run. Yeah, he could run. You know, 13s, obviously mid 13s if he needed to.
So over under 13. I put the over under at 13:30. Is he running under or over?
So my rule with Kipchoge is always do under. So I'll go under.
Okay, that's a good. That's a good rule. Always bet
Yeah.
the under with Kipchoge.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
That's the rule. What do you think?
I think he goes over. It's like he's gonna
Because
jog. He's gonna want people to qualify. He's gonna be like
yeah,
the
but they're
first
gonna be
person
like,
he sees that
listen,
he's passing. He's gonna want to be like, oh, I don't want to pass you yet. I'll give you
yeah.
a few more moments of glory before I pass you, and then you know
So, so do you think he
it's
goes
just gonna
0
feel.
in 2000? Do you think he loses to everybody? He just feels so bad.
uh, Well, that's the thing. Like, it's like Paris being like, hey, we do not want these people to come to our marathon. Better beat them. Or are they like,
Yeah,
hey, like, what's the incentive? Why would Kipchoge want to tear down the dreams of 2,000 people to run in the Olympics? Like,
yeah,
he's kind of like a villain here. They're turning him into a villain. I don't know if I like this
exactly.
idea. He's a
They took
yeah.
the most beloved. They took the most beloved figure in running right now and have said, "You need to drop the hammer on all these people. Like you need to end their hopes." I've seen this thing before where a fast person catches people in a marathon. They start behind them, and then every person they pass is a donation to charity. But those people aren't using as a qualification race. So if you get passed by
Yeah.
a fast person, you're not thinking, "Oh man, well, my dream just ended. Thanks a lot, greatest marathoner of all time. Take your shoes back. I don't want them anymore. I watched all your documentaries, and this is how you repay me."
Yeah, he looks like a
What if
villain here. Looks like he's in a Matrix episode. Look, check this out. Yeah, that is a man who's about to steal your dreams of
GQ
Paris
Kipchoge?
2024.
That's GQ Kipchoge. What if he has
Here,
to dress like that in the race? That's the twist, and he's got to catch you. He starts behind you, and he's dressed like that. That's the rule.
here's the other aspect. Say you do, by miracle, beat Kipchoge in a 5K. First question is, will that person brag about beating Eliud Kipchoge without giving the
Yeah.
context that he got a head start?
Oh, 100%. 100% would
They'll
do it.
definitely lie. Okay,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
already have that. On top of that lie, will they also lie and say, I qualified for the Olympics? I'm running in the Olympics. Like, will they pretend that being in the mass start of this Olympic marathon course for the people, are they going to
Yeah.
say, "Hi, I'm an Olympian"? Like, are these people
No.
Olympians now?
Might be a step too far there. We need to get some person to go. Hopefully, we have a listener in France or who has access to transportation and or a lot of money that can read French, so they can do the entry fee to get in this race. I want to know everything about it because I want to know just the vibe out there and the feeling. And if they do qualify, I want to know what that's like as well too. I think you're right. They picked an interesting character. You have to pick Kipchoge because he's the biggest star. But if you pick someone different, say Bekele, right? Bekele, he's out there looking for wins at this point in his career. He's not. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have this no human is limited brand associated with him. He'll go for it. I think. I'm going to beat all 2,000 of you.
Travis, why are you highlighting? What does that translate to? 48-hour encore port. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's some French there. We need some translation there.
Well, Travis highlighted it for a reason, and I don't know why.
Maybe he just wanted to see you try to speak French. There is no reason.
Well, here's a question: the people who do qualify for this mass Olympic marathon, are they going to get the Olympic ring tattoos? You know, there's going to be one dude who's like,
Yes,
"I'm in the Olympics. I'm getting the rings. No one can say
has to.
no. I'm running on the Paris course." I feel like
Yeah,
this might be a thing, though. I can see LA doing it. Like, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
people might be like, "Hey, it's a way to get all the mega distance fans." Oh, 48 hours to register. Oh, so we have
All
48
right,
hours to register. So if you listen to
there you go.
this,
Hurry
register right
up,
now.
hurry up
Um,
if you're in France.
I feel like this might be
Or
a thing that might catch on. I could see LA doing it. I could see other marathons being like, hey, let's put a little community event. You know, they have like the big X village type thing for all the
yeah,
fans. Why not have like a sport event for people to participate?
if this came to Austin, if he was doing this in Austin and not the Champs Élysées, which I don't understand why they would pick the Champs Élysées over Austin, but they did. Would you do it? Would you sign up?
Would I sign up? Yeah. And I
Yeah,
would give myself a huge ass handicap because I have a big handicap right now. So
yeah. And you would get caught immediately. It would be terrific. It would
nah,
be cool.
if I
So
got
I've
caught,
been
I'll try
lapped.
to turn it into yeah.
I've been lapped by some really fast people in my life, and it's just I wouldn't say it's thrilling because I'm just bummed at that point because I'm getting crushed in this race. But just to feel for like a second how fast they're going, it's remarkable, and it would be fun just to have him run by you. I think
That would be true.
because you
Would you cut
never.
him off? Would you not let it? Be like try to slow him down? You're like, hey,
No, I'm not gonna do that. Remember that happened to Rupp? What happened to Rupp when in the Olympics? Kipchoge turned, said something, race was over. I don't want to have that bad karma. Not in run. I don't have any running goals in the future, but just my life in general. If Kipchoge says a cross word to me, then I'm just feeling bad about my chances for the next 10 years of my life. So no, I think it would just be cool just to feel him at that pace, even though I wouldn't. It would be like it'd be like standing in a batter's box as someone throws 98 miles an hour next to you. It would be over really quick, but you'd be in awe of it and understand that there's no way that you could ever be at that level. It'd be fun.
what would be fun is if like someone like
Actually,
Bekele
Kipchoge is
or
probably like
Rupp.
103, but
I want to see Bekele or Rupp enter this race
there you go.
and be like, all right, give me a 0 second handicap and let's go. You know, there's anyone who's gonna go
It
in,
would
would
be
try to get a
Bekele.
0-second handicap and be like,
It would be
we're
Bekele.
racing.
That would be great. Well, so in my perfect setup for this, right? They get all the data from everybody and they figure out who should start when. You'd have a wide range of people. You wouldn't just have a whole bunch of 17-minute 5K people getting a couple minute head start. You'd have the whole, like, you'd have a 30-minute person. You'd have the whole experience, the whole running experience represented. Yeah, all the way down to maybe not an elite, like someone we've heard of, but maybe a young up and comer who thinks that this is their big shot, their big break. This could be a good reality show now that I think about it.
Maybe we get Newberry Park's cross country team. There's no
They're in.
team
Yeah.
nationals.
Yeah.
Let's change your team nationals to the Kipchoge experience. Do you think
You
Newberry
got
Park that would be fun to see, like a college
yeah.
cross country team or a high school cross country team
Yeah.
all run? That would be cool.
Yeah, it's like Amazing Race. You have all these different teams and they all have these different stories and they represent different aspects of life and Kipchoge just tries to beat all of them. So, again,
Or
he's not perfect for that role as like a evil reality show villain type, but for something more good-natured like The Amazing Race, he'd be perfect.
and I'm not sure how many people have seen Squid Game. I'm trying to get you to watch Squid Game. Maybe this race could be game number 7 of Squid Game. Like this could be the
Mhm.
new game for the next season where you have Kipchoge kind of chase down, and if he passes you, you get killed. That could be
Yeah,
how
it'd be
it
a little
works.
dark. They already have bib numbers though. So they got the whole number
Yeah,
sequence down
they got
like
the
they do
number
in Squid Game.
system. It's equality, right? Because it'll be even based on your ability, so it won't be an unfair advantage. That's what I want to see. I want to see a definitely like a. I'm trying to get you to watch Squid Game so we could do a Squid Game track crossover episode. You need to watch it. And part of
It's a little
one
dark.
of the
It's a
conversations
little
would be
dark.
what track and field events would be great Squid Game competitions, and we
Interesting.
create track based Squid Game comps. But you got to watch it
Interesting.
first before
Very dark end of the